All right, welcome back. Got it all cleared off. Well, sort of, kind of, maybe a little bit. But then I also got distracted because I found one of my old funner. Is that a word? I don't think so. Anyway, a car I like to play with, or thing I like to play with. This is a DJI RoboMaster. When I was looking at installing some software, because I have a new phone since I last used it, I found out that it is discontinued, I guess. But I really enjoyed it. It was a fun little doodad. Yeah, maybe I'll do a review on that. It's sad to see it was discontinued. I was hoping they'd kind of flesh it out and do some more projects with it. But that's the way things go. Maybe they'll come up with something better in the future. I'm sure they will. And we'll probably end up getting it and reviewing it. So, without further ado, let's take a look at the 1/7 scale 4-wheel drive DB Trailblazer TB7. Okay. And this she is. This, I don't know if you can see, it is the Fun Haver, kind of, but don't cover up the Fun Haver because trademark or something. But it's the Yikong 1/7 scale 4-wheel drive DB Trailblazer. It's also what they call it. It's a 6S RC. Pretty nice size 6S. I'll put it down by one of my Creightons, for the Creighton 6S, and we can kind of do a size comparison on it. But it's a pretty good size RC, and this is from a Chinese outfit, so it's a smaller company. It's not one of the big names that you have. They've got a few different RCs. If you go check out their website, and I'll put a link on there if you're interested down in the description. But it is a Bronco style body, and it kind of, if you go online and you Google Fun Haver, you will see some stuff. So anyway, it's so you can kind of see where they're trying to take off after. I am a big fan of King of the Hammers. So it's kind of that King of the Hammer style off-road buggy. It's got solid rear axles, but it's got independent suspension. And if you can see here, it's got 2 shocks on each tire, so 8 altogether. So it's got some really nice plush suspension. I really like that. It's got a light bar front, and the front right above the cab, and then as your headlights array right here, you've got another set of LED bars. It kind of reminds me of the what is it? It's the Super Rock Ray? Yeah, the Super Rock Ray. How that light bar. It kind of gives me a feel of the Super Rock Ray, just kind of a smaller body. The Super Rock Ray is a beast, but I haven't been able to take it out yet. But there's not many reviews of it, so I haven't really seen this thing kind of taking off. But it's not. I don't think it's as beastly as that Super Rock Ray, and I have one of them. The problem with the Super Rock Ray is it's almost too much power, and it tears itself up. And if you hit anything, the slightest thing, it just goes flying. And I've got some stories to tell of jumps and hitting things. But anyway, it gives me that kind of vibe, this RC does, the Trail Breaker. Anyway, it is a Lexan body with a lot of molded plastic. Then some more Lexan figures on the inside. It comes with a fully functional spare tire on the back. These tires are, let's see. Hold on a second. Because I had some notes. The tires are, what are they? 146 millimeters by 56 millimeters. And they're just kind of a little stiffer kind of rubber. Almost a harder molded rubber. I don't know. Maybe it'll do better in the snow, but I doubt it. I'm gonna probably end up going to the hobby shop in Anchorage and picking out some softer, more supple for traction's sake. I like them. If you can get those bead locks, you can get something, and that you're not gonna have to worry about it. Pizza cuttering out. Maybe they're trying to do that. Maybe this thing's gonna have such tremendous speed that they had to go with a stiffer tire. But I'm gonna try to go softer. It just gives it a little bit more feel when I'm driving it. What else do you like to know about it? This 150 amp ESC. It's 4 and 6S capable. It comes with a Dumbo RC transmitter receiver combo. It's a little over 25 inches long, just barely. The battery box, this is something I always kind of find important because I kind of buy a lot of batteries from a lot of different places. But these numbers are important, so you can fit the right battery in there. There are 181 millimeters by 47.5 millimeters. Now, I would have translated those into inches, but I didn't want to, because I want to give you the exact numbers, because a hair out here and there can really affect how that battery sits in there and if you're going to actually get it to fit. It's got independent suspension, as I said, for both front and rear, but a solid rear axle. So again, it has that super rock ray, super Baja ray kind of axle setup. But as I said, this has also got 2 shocks on every tire, which gives it a really nice plush kind of feel. So that'll be fun to kind of drive. It's got the hinged body, which I like, but it's clips. It's killing me, Smalls. You got clips in the front, on the front of the RC. You can see right here. And then you have to fish your hand back in here and pull the clips underneath, and then the body will hinge up. I'll show you that. It's kind of, yeah, I'm not a big fan. I'm going to see how it goes. I mean, honestly, I can get really annoyed with the clips to the point where I won't even use the RC because they're just removing the body, back and forth gets annoying. So we'll see how that goes. Not a huge fan of that, but yeah. It's got a 4,274 kV brushless motor. As I said, 150 amp ESC, 25 kg servo. I can definitely see myself upgrading that probably to a 30, maybe to a 60, somewhere in there. We'll see. We'll see how it performs. What else? It comes with also 11, 12, and a 13 tooth pinion. So you kind of got a variety there. And it's about 13 pounds without the battery. All right. So let's take a look on the inside here. So you'll see how, so you got the 2 on the front, and then you got 2 back here. You pop off. All right. So now that those are popped off, you then pop it up a little bit, and then it hinges backwards because you've got your wires. You don't want to pull those apart a bunch of times. And it's got these I can't remember, limiters that are on the back, so it kind of hinges open. Still attached by the sway bar, such like that. So it's kind of an odd little setup. I don't know if I'm a huge fan of it, but it is what it is, and I think I'm gonna like the car. EC5 connectors for those with different kind of batteries, just to give you a heads up what you're gonna need to deal with. Either clip off or leave on, or you'll be perfectly fine. So EC5 connectors, as I said, 150 amp servo, or not servo, I'm sorry, ESC. It sits right above the servo. The motor, pretty good size there. As I said, 4,274, 1,600, I'm sorry, kV brushless, 1,600 kV brushless motor. Dual shocks, both front and rear. You got the coilovers, and then you got this little dampener right there, and that's the setup on each tire, so it helps give it a nice kind of plush feel to it. Kind of stiff, a little bit stiff. I don't know, but I kind of like my shocks a little stiff, when I'm bashing them. A little less stiff with a road car or a car that's going to mainly be on the dirt and just kind of run it. And I think this is not going to be a heavy bashing car, even though I wanted to point out that these the A-arms on it are some stout looking A-arms, which I'm really impressed with. You can see them there, but the A-arms are pretty stout. Both both sides, the top and the bottom, both sides are pretty beefy, which is nice. I always cringe at the A-arms. That's kind of like the weak point because you got all that power and weight dispersion going out and then it hitting something, and then of course you break your A-arms, or you could do something to the A-arms. For a lot of my big bashers, except for my X-Maxes, I'll even replace those A-arms with. I'm a big fan of Vidavon parts, and then RPM does some good stuff also. But there's a lot of people out there. You can just take a look around. Those are just off the top of my head. I've bought parts from everywhere. So, yeah, that was great to see. They're plastic, yeah, but there's some beefy looking. I hope they hold up. Beefy looking A-arms there. What else? As I said, molded. Buddy, see, this is kind of annoying, but whatever. It is what it is. The receiver sits in there. Waterproof. Yeah. So it seems like a pretty good metal chassis. So you've got plastic. The arms to the trailing arms to the retires are plastic. And the plastic up here, you've got some metal bars that come across for bracing and support. Also, these trailing arms up here are metal as well. Your drivetrain, metal also. So you've got your metal drivetrain going to the back here, to the pumpkin. Your center diff right here, located right underneath the receiver. Yeah. Anyway, it's got a pretty firm style. If you're familiar with the low-C Super Baja Ray or Super Rock Ray, and I'm not 100% certain, but I'm pretty sure it's also standard on the Rock Ray, the smaller Rock Ray and Baja Ray. They have this style of chassis, except for a lot of theirs centered in the back. This one, you got to pop the top and put it in from up top. It honestly looks like to me that this car belongs in that low-C family, with the looks and the feel of it, but it's not. It's its own thing. It's its own beast. The Yikong. I like the stickers. You apply them yourself all around. I think that might be an issue with their, they may be looking similar too. So anyway, you apply the stickers and they kind of give you a map for it. But it looks really cool when you get all those stickers on there, very much like a sponsored rig. Team Racing Yikong. What else do I have to say about this? Well, not a whole lot. It was something I was looking forward to. It's very hard to find reviews of it. I've seen a few videos, some from out of country, some from in country in the United States. But I've only seen maybe 2 or 3 Razor RC. I think that he was a really big fan of it. And I'd seen this a few times, and finally, after seeing his review of it, definitely was something I wanted to check out. Again, though, right now, we are in this horrible cold streak, which is, the temperature is at, let's see what our lovely, -5 right now. It's a balmy -5. Yesterday it was -18, I think it was. So, with that, we're not really taking a whole lot of RCs outside at the moment, until I wanted to kind of get up into the 20s, because I'll go outside in the 20s. I don't care to run the car. It's just when it's in this negative territory, I'm not a fan of taking things out. Your hands get cold super quick. Things break. You get frustrated. Things get annoying. And you're not really enjoying your hobby. So, yeah. So we're gonna wait until we can get a little bit warmer temperatures. Nothing balmy or nothing, but at least get us up to the 20s, and then we'll be taking them out. what else do I have to say about this? Other than the fact that I, again, really like the way it looks. I like the features of it. I want to see how they perform. I'm desperate to see how they perform, so I want to see them run outside. And we'll get to that hopefully within a week or so. Anyway, this, again, is the 1/7 scale 4-wheel drive DB Trail Breaker TB7 by Yikong. Yikong Racing, check it out. See if you like it. Let me know what you think. And anything you want to see me do to it and have done to it, let me know. As I said, tires are going to probably be one of the first things I replace on this, and I'll probably go with some real bead locks. I haven't decided yet. They just seem also just a little bit small for the rig. They kind of fit in the scaleness of it, I guess. But this is an RC car that I play with. It's a toy, and I'm going to make it fun. So I'm going to probably end up throwing some bigger basher wheels on there. Anyhow, thank you for watching. Yeah, we'll be getting some more videos out to you. I've got, what did we looked at the Losi LMT just a day ago, and that's a fun little car because we can use it indoors. So, yeah, that'll be coming out also. And then we've got a few other reviews and a couple of drones to look at and all that good stuff. So hopefully we'll see you soon. You guys have a great night.